we are ready. The first standing start of 2012 for the Pirelli World Challenge. When the red lights go out, we go racing on the streets of St. Pete. Here we go. Alex Figge, a huge launch of the Volvo, splits the front row, Cal.
Wow, you could see there our pole sitter scheme was missing, so Figge essentially from the second row of the grid, but a great start, as you would expect, from that all-wheel drive S60 Volvo.
Rest of the pack funneling down into one. Then it gets very tight into 2 and 3. And is it always a question mark here? Does everybody get through 3 abreast through 3 and heading up into 4? And so far, Cal clean. Oh, big move there by Steve Ott trying to go defensive. Couldn't quite get it done as they headed to 4.
And we see Larson Aschenbach has now settled into that 4th position, so not the best of starts for him, but you've got to be very careful here. Tire temps, brake temps aren't up yet.
Field funneling through the very twistiest bits of this track, and now about to set sail down along the bay. And we've got an incident. That is Naparalski in that gold Camaro, and then a bunch. That's a GTS car. Then it looks like 3 touring cars got bottled up behind it. A couple of them driving off. There is Anthony Rapone making the move. The number 70 entry. That's one of the Compass 360 machines. Rob Holland, and boy, Naparalski thinks he can drive that, Cal.
Yeah, 2 different classes there wound up here. Look at this very late braking move down to the inside by Seguin. He gets into Naparalski, turns him around. And on these street circuits, there is just nowhere to go, particularly down in this area. Turn 4, it just funnels down into that corner. Now we're going to be on board here with Rob Holland. Look at Patrick Seguin. Gets down the inside of Colin Brown, turns him around, and then there's just carnage after that.
Continuing under a full course caution here at the Acura Sports Car Challenge presented by Pirelli. Round 1 of the Pirelli World Challenge Championships. Alex Figge and the K-Pax Volvo will lead the field onto the front straight, and I love how they come out just dead center on the track, Cal.
Yeah, I mean, Figge's won before, so he's used to being up front. He won at Mid-Ohio last year. He'd love to get another one in the win column, but look at those caddies lined up behind him. Aschenbach is right in the mix there after an ordinary start. Look at the break in the pack, midway back in the line there, Greg.
Boy, and that is not what they like to see. They want everybody line to stern until the flag flies. Meanwhile, Figge doing a nice job defending down and in.
Johnny ran around the outside.
O'Connell, a great launch, and Tommy Dreese and the Three Stooges, 2-speed Porsche, trying to work it as well. 3-4 abreast.
There, bumping there through turn 2.
Close quarters, this is full contact sports car wars, no question about it. But O'Connell, that great launch, puts him up into 3rd to Moats, Aschenbach in 4th, and Crescentini trying to get down underneath teammate Safronis. They almost came together.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, the squeeze play, there's a hit, Cal.
Oh, he turns Crescentini all the way around. Randy Post tries to get through there. There's Tony Gables in the Black Dog Chevy.
Very, very close. That was Justin Marks, by the way, who is also one of the true speed drivers. Let's take a look from onboard Crescentini.
Yeah, he's already going around there. You can see his hands off the wheel. He got tagged pretty hard there. It's really tight through that section, turn 5. Just nowhere to go.
Boy, that was a huge move. Ott just able to sneak by in that Loctite racing for our Heroes car. Meanwhile, the battle at the front. Figge continues over the 2 Cadillacs, and Aschenbach sitting right there in 4th. And oh, and another incident. That's Nick Isayan, one of the real-time machines, and that is one of the Ford Mustangs in the GTS category. I think that is Rich Golinello.
Look at the damage to the left front on Isayan's car. Remember, these guys have got a race in about 16 hours tomorrow morning, so a lot of work to be done on several cars already early in race 1.
Here's a look at it, Cal, and just turned in and boom.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was room there for both of those guys to get through there. I mean, Nick was a little bit optimistic there down the inside, but certainly if Rick had seen him, he could have maybe given him some racing room there.
Well, you can see Isayan saw it coming, and there was really at that point nothing he could do about it. So we are under full course caution once again, and that is Crescentini limping. Coming right to the restart here at the Acura Sports Car Challenge presented by Pirelli. There is the K-Pax Volvo of Alex Figge bringing them up. A late green, and now it flies. Boy, they held that one a while, and we are back to it. Just past 3rd distance here. And look at Randy Post in the K-Pax Volvo around the outside. That's 5 abreast, Cal. This is going to get interesting.
It was, and what a great start by James Safronis, too, in that blue and white GMG Porsche. It looks like he may have got the move on Johnny O'Connell. Really tight there through 3. Side-by-side action. This is what World Challenge is all about.
Oh, and we've got a big fire. That's the number 12 Hawk Performance. That is the Nissan GTR.
Look
from
inside
CRP.
the cockpit,
oh,
right behind the driver's seat.
Well, that'll motivate you to egress the vehicle in a big hurry. And again, look at great work by the corner workers around the track. Fire bottles at the ready, working to get that out as fast as possible. Daskalos, the driver of the car, and he is out and standing and watching. Now let's take a look at the GTS battle we've alluded to. Petey Cunningham leads it, but Justin Bell coming on up in his second in that eBay Motors Tiger Racing entry. But Petey right now leading and looking strong.
He is looking strong. Remember, this team have switched to that V6 power this year in the TSX. It looks a lot stronger down these big straightaways. Problem there in turn 2. Damage to the left rear. That's Miller.
That left rear corner is seriously dinged. Yellow flags are flying. Currently just a station yellow. It depends on if he can get around and out. Oh, he's got damage all around that on that left side, Cal.
Yeah, hopefully he can find a safe spot here. Let's take another look at it. Down to the inside, just gets all crossed up. So the incident actually happens in turn 1. And then we saw him as he is crawling through turn 2. You can actually force that concrete barrier back. There he is, sideways in. Try to catch up with it, but that is a pretty hefty impact to be fixed for tomorrow.
Here is our touring car battle, and Tristan Herbert has taken that Brimtech entry that has got such great support this year from HBA and Rennsport up in front of Cooper, the pole sitter. Cooper looks, can't quite get it done there. That Mazda Speed Mazda 3 from AMG, very racy, but not able to find a way around. Boy, this is some great stuff. Meanwhile, traffic, and this is our lead battle. We've had a big move.
Aschenbach is around. He's up to second. He's right behind Figgy right now. They split the traffic. Aschenbach to the inside.
Unbelievable move. Aschenbach picks up the lead and pushes Figgy back. Then the two caddies. That's multi-class racing, and reading traffic, getting caught at just the right or wrong spot can have such a huge effect, and Aschenbach jumped on that one.
He really did. That was a really close move there, but he picked the right side and got the move done, and now we're going to double yellows. Wow, what a move at the right time for Lawson Aschenbach.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, it was a great move, but then the timing proves to be absolutely fortuitous. Absolutely great. I think this is probably, I think it's because of Miller has stopped on the track. About to go green once again at the Acura Sports Car Challenge presented by Pirelli. It is Lawson Aschenbach leading him up. We are officially under a timed event now, and we are green. And look at the big move in the back. Justin Bell trying to get around for the GTS lead, and O'Connell down the inside, Cal.
A very strong move. He immediately slipped inside his teammate Andy Pilgrim and then goes inside Figgy for second. Sofronis now to the outside, side by side through 3. Figgy's out there somewhere.
And Sofronis able to shut the door and lock up third. What a great restart by O'Connell and Sofronis. Sofronis now right down the center to defend from Figgy.
Look at Pilgrim, he's way down. He's lost a ton of spots on this restart.
It was like he got swallowed up, Cal.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. He was looking strong there in third spot. Now he's down in about 6th or 7th.
Boy, Steve Ott, a nice move to sneak by Pilgrim as well. And now let's take a look at this restart by Justin Bell.
There you see him on the power early, up through the gears, looks pretty even there, but he's got the inside line now down into the brake zone. What will Petey do? He tries to go to the outside. See traffic out to the outside of Petey, just a nice clean move by JB.
Boy, that is two professionals giving themselves exactly enough room. No more, but no less than to make it work. And Michael Cooper is on point. He has taken the lead back in touring car as well. So this restart has really affected the flow of this.
He's wide. He missed the apex a little bit there. Can Herbert get a run on him?
Watch for it. No. Well, he's going to try.
That is a brave move. What a pass. Oh, they're touching.
And Cooper absolutely refuses to give way even under that onslaught, and he is able to hang on. But, oh, what a great sequence of corners. And adding to the confusion, Brian Kleeman in his Nissan 370Z, the white machine right there as well, keeping it interesting. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Cooper, that Mazda's showing some legs on that straight. Meanwhile, going back to our overall in GT battle, and Andy Pilgrim has gone around Steve Ott in that Racing for Our Heroes Loctite Porsche, filling in for normal driver Jason Carter in that machine, and he has at least picked up another spot. Problem is he's lost touch with that group in front of him, and we're running out of time. Yeah. Look at the brake rotors on Herbert's car. It's getting dark here. The sun has set, and he is working them hard.
Talked about the Mutil brake zone. You're using all of the brakes there down into 13. Look at this, drafting down this front straightaway. Cooper goes to the inside. He's defending right now. Will Herbert swing to the outside or take it even further to the inside? He goes inside.
Down to the inside. Boy, he's on the paint stripes. And
He bails. He realized the trajectory there. He wasn't going to get through the corner. Look at the positions he's lost.
But meanwhile, here we go. GTS, Justin Bell. Paul Brown, who is sitting at home watching this, recovering from surgery, has got to be climbing right out of his chair.
For Justin Bell, I mean, he's won so many races and championships over the years, but he hasn't run regularly for a long time. He'll be feeling this pressure right now from a veteran right behind him.
And speaking of feeling pressure from a veteran, Johnny O'Connell all over the back of Lawson Aschenbach. Zafronis has dropped off just a smidge, and boy, O'Connell is heaping the pressure on Lawson Aschenbach. And tell you what, when he won his championship in 06, it was in a Porsche, but they've evolved a bit as well. But Lawson's showing that he is absolutely top tier regardless.
Traffic right there, not in the optimum spot, but Lawson does a great job. Remember, this car, this True Speed Porsche, won both races here last year in the hands of Pat Long, so it knows its way to victory circle.
Yeah, you know it's fairly well sorted, and Herbert's off. And he has got some company. That is the 72. Oh, boy, this is a big one. That's a Lejeune entry of a...
Oh, look at this, Greg. Look at the replay. Comes in really deep. That was just more or less out of control. That was way, way too deep there. He had no chance of making that corner at that speed. I think he just got impatient after losing those positions when he was battling with Cooper there a little bit.
That was Ryan Winchester in the Lejeune Industries, the fourth of the Compass 360 cars. And by the way, we have a white flag. We told you this was under a timed event, and the white flag behind that incident of Herbert has now come out. So this is how this one is unfortunately apparently going to end. But yeah, Herbert, he made that dive bomb move the lap before, and this time tried it again, and it caught him out badly at this point.
But the checkered flag is out, Greg.
And Aschenbach, Privacy Star, Entrust, and True Speed continue their St. Pete's streak here, as does Porsche with yet another win. What an amazing story. And Aschenbach, oh, he's enjoying this moment, going to the wall. MC celebrating and saluting the crew. That's impressive indeed.
Well, this boy is on a roll. He just wins championships at the moment, and there we see the battle in GTS.
What a great one it was. Justin Bell, the very unretired or not former Justin Bell race car driver, and there is Cooper, that great win in touring car. Meanwhile, Aschenbach bringing that beautiful Privacy Star Entrust Porsche down into the pit lane and on his way to victory circle. That was just a moment ago, and he's out of the car now and celebrating. Big news here. Lawson Aschenbach, he now has been penalized. Johnny O'Connell is the winner. We'll explain in a moment. Here's Johnny.
We had a great race yesterday. Both Cadillacs ran really strong. You know, what a super battle. I mean, the fans are going to love watching it. But, you know, I got passed earlier in the race by Lawson Aschenbach. Good guy, great driver. And but he went by both Andy and I in a yellow situation. And it was funny because during that caution, I expected him to fall back, you know, and just pick up his place behind me. That's normally what happens. And when he didn't, I figured, you know, this one, you know, might come back to us. And it did. So, you know, very grateful, you know, and happy for all the hard work everyone in Cadillac, you know, racing put in the off season. I think it shows.